Disappointing tonight, Mark, would you say? Obviously getting back into the game, then to go ahead and lose it and miss a penalty as well. Would you say it was a disappointing night at the office?
Mate, very, very disappointed, Matthew. I'm going to be honest with you. We're in there for 10, 15 minutes. The boys were told in no uncertain circumstances, it's not good enough.
Okay.
I preach standards here. I'm here to produce players for the first team. There was a big crowd here. The first team manager and his assistant and different things were here. I'm rattling their cage about these kids, and tonight they let themselves down.
Yeah.
They didn't let me.
Would you say performance was lower compared to recent performances?
All season these lads have been absolutely fantastic, so they have. But tonight they just didn't deliver. And see, when you don't deliver, you have to be told.
Yeah.
For to improve, you have to take the good with the bad. And they were told in there it wasn't good enough. See, when I say not good enough, we had enough chances to win 2 games. But you have to be clinical. You have to score them chances, and then to miss penalties, and it goes the whole way across the team. It just wasn't a good enough performance.
What would you say it went wrong tonight? I mean, we got back into the game from going 1 down. I mean, what would you say it went wrong?
I think clinically up front it went wrong, and I think the midfield just they weren't as creative as they normally are. They weren't as forceful as they normally are. Yeah. I just think, sort of when they went 2-1 up, you could see his sort of head buried into your shoulders a wee bit, and that's when I want sort of chest out, head up, and boys to sort of say, do you know what, 2-1, we're hard with Welders, we'll come back.
Yeah, I mean, missed the penalty. I mean, but they had to create a few chances after the penalty miss. I mean, what were you saying to him the last few? I mean, they did pile the pressure on, but it just wouldn't go our way tonight.
All I can say to him is gamble, gamble, and deliver a better ball. I think towards the end, you start to snatch at things, and you start to overhit balls. Yeah. Sometimes that's when you need that wee bit of composure. Just that, do you know what? I'll just ping that ball here. Yeah. And we didn't. The last 10 minutes we probably overhit 3 or 4 balls, but that's because you're just trying to get back into the game. But you know what? They'll respond. Yeah. They're good lads.
I wanted to ask you quickly tonight as well. I mean, Ryan Moore's been in the first squad for the last couple of weeks. I'm sure you're proud to see Ryan finally getting the call up, and obviously the RB call up as well last weekend. I mean, this is obviously your job, as you said at the start of this interview, to create players for the first team. I'm sure you're proud to see those 2 boys get a chance.
Ryan has got on the pitch. Kane's been up. He hasn't got on the pitch. 100%. There's nothing makes me prouder than getting boys up to the first team. That's my job here. Do you know what I mean? My job is to get them up. Wherever I've been, I've helped produce players, and here's no different. And I want to keep producing. There's 5 or 6 there. Maybe didn't showcase themselves well enough tonight, but they'll knock on the door. Yeah. They'll knock on the door down the line.
I'm sure with Ryan, especially getting in the first team, we spoke to him a couple of weeks ago, obviously give the boys more fuel to try and impress more, but unfortunately didn't happen tonight. But I mean, they think that them 2 boys getting that opportunity would now light a fire under these other boys to prove and knock Gary's door down more in the future.
Oh, big time. And the only way to do that is just keep stepping up. Keep digging in, and see when it gets hard. See, when it gets hard is when you're really tested. Yeah. That's when you gotta say, do you know what? I want to make it. I want to be a championship player. I'll go that extra 10 yards. I'll go that extra bit.
Yeah, well, go away obviously from tonight now. There's no game for you now until the 14th or 15th.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll probably squeeze a few friendlies in there. Regroup now for a couple of weeks.
The idea is to get a friendly with a few new faces coming in as well. Another bit of extra quality, which is going to make a big difference too, going forward. And as I say, a few friendlies hopefully, and the boys all ready to go again.
So a bit of regrouping then, basically a bit of come to Jesus moment with the boys and have a good chat with them over the next few weeks and try and recruit for the next league game.
100%. We told them in there, it's now been left in there. They're told to come back on Tuesday night and we'll go again. This is reset, The new year's upon us, the old year's gone. Now we have to, I think the last defeat when we've done a 6 or 7 game run, this is what we'll have to do again.